For 2013, Apex has added new functionality to make working with plot options and multiple plots even easier. Let's take a look at how to use these features. For this demonstration, I'm going to use a very simple assembly that consists of an emitting disk, a parabolic reflector, and just a simple flat detector. And what I've done is I've made 4 ray traces where the reflector is a different distance from the detector, and in each case I calculate the irradiance on the flat plane detector. Now let's take a look at each of the irradiance graphs. What I want to do is I want to have each graph use the same irradiance range so that we can more accurately compare them. And while we're at it, we'll change some of the default values as well. In order to change the option values, I select the irradiance graph in the Optics Manager tree, right-click, and then bring up the Options user interface panel. First thing I'll do is set a specific range for the irradiance values. Next, I'll change the width of the 2D line graphs, and we'll change the background color of the 2D line graphs as well. Now that the option values have been set correctly, what I can do is once again right-click on the irradiance graph and use the Copy Options setting to copy the values of all of these options so that I can apply them to the other graphs. In order to apply it to another graph, I just select it in the Optics Manager tree, right-click, and then choose the Paste options. I can also select multiple graphs and select the Paste options to apply the options to multiple graphs at the same time. And as you can see, each of the graphs now use the same option value, including the same user range. Another great feature for Apex 2013 is the ability to save the current option settings as the default values for all the future graphs that you may want to create. In order to do this, in the Plot Options panel, I pick Defaults, and then I select the button Use Current Settings as Default. And once I do this, click OK, all future graphs that I make will use these defaults. For instance, let's take this irradiance and average it and create a new graph. Here, I'll average the data. Now once that's created, I can create a new picture plot. As you can see, all the option values are identical to our new default settings. If you decide you no longer want to use these options as your defaults, it's very easy to go back to the options and either reset the current graph to the factory settings or reset all the defaults to the factory settings. Another great feature for Apex 2013 is the ability to take multiple graphs and display them on the same window. Apex has always had the ability to duplicate any single graph in a window, but now what we've added for 2013 is the ability to duplicate multiple graphs in the same window. And the way to do that is to select the multiple graphs that you're interested in, and once again, use the selection Duplicate in Window. And this creates a single window containing any number of graphs. This makes for a great way to compare your results. And that's just a quick overview of the new plot options and multiple plot functionality for Apex 2013.